For today's slanted lens lesson, we're shooting publicity shots for world-famous trick roper Will Roberts. Let's take a look at the obstacles we're going to face. We're shooting in direct sunlight. We want to freeze the rope, and we also want to blur the rope, two different directions, and we want interesting light on our subject. Here are the solutions. To overcome the sun, I've chosen to place the sun as a rim light behind the subject to camera left just a little bit. In doing so, I've turned the negative of a direct sun into a positive rim light, and it becomes my first light in the lighting setup. When I get a proper exposure for the rim light, it also darkens the sky and helps that turn very blue. I am now going to need a lot of power from the strobe to brighten up his face. The ranch house and the fence are a little overpowering. I don't want to see so much of them behind my subject. So I'm going to get down low, so I put my subject into that nice blue background to give me a simple background behind them. I'm using the Tamron 24-70, but I'm going to shoot at 24 millimeters. I really love this wide angle look. It gives me a very dramatic and action-packed frame. Now for our next obstacle, freezing the rope. For my light source today, Lens Pro 2 Go sent us 2 Speedlights we're going to use in this shoot. I'm using Speedlights because it's a portable light platform that allows me to sync up to 200th of a second and freeze the action of the rope. Most strobes are not going to sync at 200th of a second. This is one of the advantages of Speedlights. To soften the light and give us a nice interesting light on his face, I'm going to use a portable Speedlight kit by PHOTOFLEX. It gives me 2 octadome stands and brackets to shoot with these Speedlights. It's a great little kit. I'm going to add my Speedlight as a key light on the subject matter. I'm going to add that to the rim from the sunlight, and that makes this a much more interesting image. It opens up his face and his body. I'm using my Speedlight on manual, and I'm dialing it down to 1/4 power. That gives me the correct exposure for this shot. Shooting at 200th of a second and f6.3, we got some great shots of him with the frozen rope. Now I'll move the shutter to 1/50th of a second and the aperture to f13. I'll dial the Speedlight all the way up to full power and just move it in slightly. This gives me the correct exposure and allows that rope to blur. Here's the difference between 1/200th of a second and 1/50th of a second. Here are some of the blurred rope shots. There hasn't been any Photoshop work done on these. So to recap, we had to shoot in direct sun, wanted nice light, and needed blurred and frozen shots of the rope. That was our challenge today. To overcome all these obstacles, we shot with the sun as our backlight, as a rim. We then took an octadome, a portable Speedlight kit from PHOTOFLEX, put a Speedlight in it, and used that as a key light up front in order to give us a nice light on his face. That Speedlight allows us to go up to 200th of a second to freeze the rope, but then we could always go to 1/50th of a second to blur the rope. So we overcame our direct sun, we were able to get blurred rope and sharp rope, and we got a nice soft light on his face using that portable octadome kit from PHOTOFLEX. So keep those cameras rolling, keep on clicking.
Big throw, in front of you. Yeah, you know.
Nailed it.
You set the camera.
For the whole month of May until June 4th, we're giving away 3 Glidecam 2000s. We're also giving away 1 portable portrait kit from PHOTOFLEX. These great small octadomes, you can put your Speedlight on them. It's stands, brackets, and octadomes. It's a great little portrait kit you can use out on location. Mine is excellent because you can see where the horse blew his nose on ours when we were shooting out for the lesson that we did today. Mine is a special horse snot edition. You won't get that one, unfortunately, but mine has that. So don't forget, 3 Glidecam 2000s and a portable portrait kit from PHOTOFLEX. You have until June 4th. Go to theslantedlens.com where you can sign up and enter to win.